The app, available from the App and Play Store.
10:22 on a Monday. You with me, Shabnam Sahi on Sunrise. Joining me live in the studio is Amrit Dhaliwal, CEO and founder, Walfinch Home Care Franchising. Amrit, welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you very much for having me, Shabnam.
Now, I suspect that people might already know about Walfinch because we've been running the ads, right? But I want you to tell me how and why did you get into home care in the first place?
It's an interesting story, really. I grew up, like many Indians, with parents that had gone from factories to shops and been on their own entrepreneurial journey, which really inspired me to start my own thing, which I started in retail and then thought, this isn't fulfilling enough. And I moved into home care as a franchisee of a different brand, but realized that home care and franchising was sort of broken in the UK. And I went about setting up my own home care operation to help entrepreneurs across the country to set up businesses and support older people at home.
Now tell us, when it comes to Walfinch, what is it that you're most proud of? Tell us a bit about the business. What can we expect when somebody comes to you? What are you most proud of?
That's a great question. And thank you for inviting me today, because today we are relaunching Walfinch. It's Walfinch 2.0 with a new look, new feel, and a really clear operational motive, and that is to help people grow older with by championing an active lifestyle. So unlike many brands within the UK with home care, we're very different. We really focus on active lifestyles, aging well, a wellness brand for older people. Where historically, if you think about home care, you're thinking, just older people at home in beds and really laid
End
up.
of life care, more or less.
And when I think about my parents who are in their 70s, in 10 years' time, they are not going to be interested in the offers that are out there now. What they want is something slightly more energetic, more optimistic, more interesting. Whether that is going out with them to the gym and Pilates classes and yoga classes, or whether that is really just simply getting out of bed. We're all about time to thrive, we call it. That's our kind of rally cry. It's all about thriving in all aspects. And that might be something very small or something very big. So really championing an active lifestyle is really what we focus on.
Could you tell us something specific about the service and the care that you provide? Because I know that in the ads we mentioned the fact that, you encourage people from diverse ethnic backgrounds to be a part of the franchise, as it were, the business, so that you can encourage carers from those communities, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And actually across London, but across the UK, we've got branches across the UK, and quite specifically, some of the things that we found around London is that a lot of the branch owners around here have been very focused in creating diverse workforces. And those diverse workforces means that we can really start to service a diverse client. So clients from Indian, Asian backgrounds, we've got branches around London where we are really focused on supporting those people with care workers that speak Punjabi, Urdu, Hindi, Gujarati, and so on. And really understand the culture, understand how to cook the food, and really understand all those nuances that often we're missed, actually. And when we think about the population of Asians within the UK, and then you think about the representation both in care services and business and so on, I feel like we are very much missed as a whole. So that's been one of my big driving forces when we're thinking about, franchise recruitment, but also when we're thinking about, providing care on the ground. I'm in conversation with Amrit Dhaliwal, CEO and founder of Walfinch Home Care Franchising. Amrit, my last and final question to you. There are two aspects to this, of course. You spoke about the philosophy at Walfinch, which is to ease people into their twilight years, but to keep them as active and positive and, mentally switched on as you can in the circumstances. But also, why do you think home care franchising could become an important and fulfilling option as a business? Thank you. I think there are very few businesses within the UK that you can think in 20 years this is going to still be a growing market. And home care is definitely one of those areas. So when we're thinking about home care, what we've done at Walfinch is open up the network to anyone. So anyone that is not from the home care background can come in, they can really start to thrive as entrepreneurs. We coach them, support them from, not knowing anything about home care.
I was just going to say, because this is going to need a very specific kind of training, right?
Absolutely. So, and that, having been a home care franchisee myself, I really understand that. But also having grown up around businesses, what I understand is that, that entrepreneurial itch that a lot of us have internally, we're able to help people scratch that and really move from full-time employment to full-time self-employment in a really sort of easy transitional way. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it, but you're doing something fulfilling. You're helping people at home, and also you're creating a thriving business at the same time. So there's, you're really helping everyone in that situation thrive, from care workers to clients to yourselves.
Absolutely. And as you said, it is a need that is not going to go anywhere because everybody has to age. And the idea is to kind of make the transition as smooth as possible. Now, for those who need more information on this, where should they go on Walfinch? Whether it is to avail your services or to become a franchisee, where would you direct them?
No, and that's great. So please, if you find us on LinkedIn as Walfinch, on Instagram we're Walfinch. I'm Amrit Dhaliwal QFP on LinkedIn. I'm Amrit Dhaliwal Walfinch on Instagram. Our website is walfinch.com, and franchising site is walfinchfranchising.com. So we're really easy to get hold of. We're pretty active online and love a conversation. So whether that be about providing care to your loved ones or anything else.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me on, Shobnam.
The app available from the App and Play Store.